Have you ever wondered if your dog loves pizza as much as you do? Here's a little secret, they just might. There are countless stories of dogs pulling off amazing feats for a single slice. Picture this, family movie night, pepperoni pizza on the coffee table. The room is quiet, everyone watching the film. Suddenly, a shadow moves with lightning speed. The family's golden retriever, pretending to sleep, executes a perfect snatch and grab. The pizza's gone. The dog looks proud, tomato sauce on his nose. This isn't just a funny story, it's a window into a dog's mind. Their desire for our food is powerful, almost instinctual. It can turn the most well-behaved companion into a cunning food thief in a blink. This isn't just naughtiness, it's a deep-seated drive shaped by thousands of years with humans. When your dog stares as you lift a fork, they're not just hoping for a handout, they're tapping into a long shared history of scavenging from humans. Their world is tied to ours. Our eating habits become their focus. They watch us prepare food. They hear the crinkle of a chip bag from 3 rooms away. They smell roast chicken long before it's out of the oven. That intense focus isn't quirky, it's fundamental to being a dog in a human world. The pizza snatch shows a dog's motivation and intelligence around food. The dog probably observed, waited for the perfect distraction, then acted with precision. Dogs don't mindlessly want our food. They strategize. This isn't malice. It's a dog using senses and observation to reach a goal. For them, our dinner often is the best food. To truly understand why your dog stares so intently at your sandwich, we have to travel back in time. Long before dogs were pampered pets with their own special kibble, they were our partners in survival. The story of dogs and humans began thousands of years ago around the campfires of our ancestors. Early dogs, or rather their wolf-like predecessors, were likely drawn to human settlements by the promise of food. They weren't hunting with us at first, they were scavenging. Scraps of meat, discarded bones, leftover bits of meals. These early canids were the brave ones, willing to get a little closer to the strange, 2-legged creatures in exchange for an easier meal. This relationship was mutually beneficial. The canids got a reliable source of food, humans got an early warning system against predators and other dangers. Dogs that were less aggressive and better at begging were more likely to get fed. Over generations, natural selection favored dogs that could integrate into human society. They learned to read our body language, understand our tones of voice, and figure out what to do to earn a share of the kill. It wasn't formal training, it was a slow evolutionary dance. The dogs best at this dance survived and passed on these traits. Begging, in a way, is in their DNA. The main reason your dog is so obsessed with your food can be summed up in one word: smell. A dog's sense of smell is their superpower. While we humans navigate the world primarily through sight, a dog experiences it through its nose. To put it into perspective, their sense of smell is estimated to be anywhere from 10,000 to 100,000 times more powerful than ours. Imagine being able to detect a teaspoon of sugar in 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools. That's the level of sensitivity we're talking about. So when you are cooking a steak, you might smell a pleasant, savory aroma. Your dog, on the other hand, is experiencing a symphony of smells. They can distinguish the scent of the meat, the fat, the seasoning, and the smoky char from the pan. Distinct individual notes. This incredible olfactory ability is thanks to their specialized anatomy. A dog's nose is a marvel of biological engineering. They have up to 300 million olfactory receptors in their noses, compared to our meager 6 million. They also have a special organ called the Jacobson's organ, or the vomeronasal organ. When a dog appears to be tasting the air with a slight curl of their lip, they are drawing scent particles into this special organ for a detailed analysis. This means they don't just smell your food, they deeply and intensely experience it on a chemical level. Think about the foods we eat. They are often warm, which helps release more scent molecules into the air. A simple piece of bacon frying in a pan becomes an irresistible beacon of scent for a dog. The smell travels through the house, announcing a delicious meal. When the scent of your dinner wafts through the air and reaches your dog's nose, a fascinating chain reaction begins inside their brain. It's not just a simple thought of "I'm hungry." It's a complex neurological and physiological event. The scent molecules are first processed by the olfactory bulb, the smell center. This area is proportionally much larger in dogs than in humans. The signal then travels to other brain regions. Amygdala processes emotions. Hippocampus, linked to memory. That's why a smell can trigger an instant emotional response and a vivid memory of a past treat. They remember that roasting chicken once led to a delicious reward. This process triggers dopamine release, the brain's pleasure chemical. Dopamine is the feel-good chemical. It's the same chemical when we eat something delicious. It's the same when we win a game. It's the same when we receive a compliment. For your dog, the smell of your cooking starts that dopamine drip, anticipation and desire. That motivates them to seek the source. Begging, whining, puppy dog eyes, all driven by craving a dopamine hit. They learn these behaviors often lead to a reward, a piece of food, and more pleasure. This creates a feedback loop. Smell food, get a little dopamine. Beg, get a treat, get a big dopamine rush. The brain wires itself to repeat the cycle. Dogs are often drawn to the very same flavors that we enjoy: sweet, salty, savory. Their attraction to sweet things is particularly interesting. Their wolf ancestors had little access to sugary foods. This preference probably developed as they evolved alongside humans, scavenging fruits, other sweet-tasting scraps. However, this shared taste preference can lead them into dangerous territory. Many human foods dogs find irresistible are actually toxic. Chocolate, it contains theobromine and caffeine. Even a small amount, especially dark chocolate, can cause vomiting, diarrhea, rapid heart rate, seizures, and even death. Another common danger is xylitol. It's found in peanut butter, gum, candy, baked goods. For dogs, xylitol causes a rapid, life-threatening drop in blood sugar and potential liver failure. The list doesn't stop there. Onions, garlic, chives, leeks. These allium vegetables can damage a dog's red blood cells, leading to anemia. The scary part, the toxic effect can be cumulative. Grapes, raisins, even a small quantity of grapes or raisins can cause sudden severe kidney failure. Macadamia nuts are highly toxic. They can cause weakness. It's a stark reminder that a dog's digestive system is different from ours. What is harmless for us can be a medical emergency for them. While many human foods are dangerous, your kitchen is full of healthy, safe snacks you can share in moderation. Many fruits and vegetables make excellent low-calorie treats. Apples, small pieces, core and seeds removed. Apple seeds contain cyanide, crunchy, sweet treat dogs love. Carrots, great for teeth, low in calories, packed with vitamins, serve raw as a crunchy stick or cooked and mashed into their food. Blueberries, tiny superfood snacks, full of antioxidants and vitamins for immune support, small and great as training treats. Vegetables, many safe choices: green beans, raw, green beans, steamed, green beans, canned, as long as there's no added salt. Good source of fiber and vitamins. Vets often recommend them for dogs that need to lose weight. Cucumber pieces, hydrating, refreshing snack, especially on a warm day. Sweet potatoes, cooked and served plain, no butter, no sugar, no salt. They provide fiber, vitamins, minerals. Protein sources can be shared, but they need to be prepared properly. Plain cooked chicken, skin removed, bones removed. High-value treat dogs adore, great for training or for adding a little extra flavor to their regular meal. The key to sharing human food safely is preparation and portion control. All snacks should make up no more than 10% of your dog's total daily calorie intake. One of the most common mistakes owners make is feeding their dog directly from the dinner table. It seems harmless enough. You're enjoying a meal, your dog looks up with those irresistible eyes, you toss a small piece of chicken or a stray French fry. In that single moment, you've delivered a powerful message. If you sit here and stare at me while I eat, you will be rewarded. You may only do it once in a while, but your dog has an excellent memory for this. They learn the dinner table is a source of rewards and will repeat the behavior. This turns family mealtime into a training session for begging. Another frequent error is misinterpreting a dog's behavior as hunger. A begging dog isn't necessarily starving. Their behavior is driven by instinct brain chemistry, a desire for high-value treats, not an empty stomach. Many owners feel guilty and give in, which can lead to overfeeding and weight problems. Inconsistency is another major pitfall. Maybe you have a rule, no feeding from the table, you stick to it. Then a guest slips a piece of steak under the table, or a family member is a soft touch and secretly gives treats. Mixed messaging confuses the dog. It creates a variable reinforcement schedule. The dog learns begging sometimes works and sometimes doesn't, which makes the behavior stronger and more persistent. Finally, many owners use food to solve other problems. Dog barking, give a treat to quiet them. Dog jumping on guests, distract with a piece of cheese. That might work short term, but it teaches dogs to demand food with those behaviors. If begging has already become a habit, don't despair. With consistency and patience, you can reclaim your dinner table and teach your dog better mealtime manners. The first and most crucial step is to establish a strict no food from the table rule. That rule must be followed by every single person in the household, without exception. This is non-negotiable. If you want the begging to stop, the rewards must stop completely. The next step is to manage the environment. For some dogs, especially in the beginning, the temptation is simply too great. You can do this by teaching them a go-to-your-place cue. Their place could be a specific dog bed, a mat, or a crate in the same room or a different room. Make this place a wonderful spot for them by leaving a special long-lasting chew toy there, like a puzzle feeder filled with a small amount of their own food. When you sit down to eat, send your dog to their place. This gives them a job to do and a positive alternative to begging at your feet. For this to work, you must make the place command highly rewarding. Practice it at times other than your own meals. The goal is for them to associate their bed with calm, rewarding experiences. The desire to share food with our dogs comes from a place of love. You don't have to give up this special ritual entirely, you just need to redefine what it means to share. This shifts the focus from begging during your meal times to a structured, positive interaction that you control. By learning to share experiences instead of just calories, you provide your dog with something far more valuable than a scrap from your plate, a happy life, a healthy life, an enriched life as your cherished companion. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.